I have often said that the two great necessary evils of modern life are money and the automobile. Even the Bible says that love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. It enables poverty, turns people into animals, destroys marriages and families. If I could go back in time and meet the guy who invented it, I think I'd give him a hard kick in the nads right before he thought of it. The automobile is a powered box for carrying you from point A to point B. That's it. That's what a car is and what it does. Whoopee. But then there are these folks.
Those ashtrays pull out and watch the suit. Hey, come on, be careful. Don't scratch the chrome.
Maybe if there wasn't so much of it, there'd be less chance of him scratching it. That is what I call a, hey, look at me, I'm important car. It's not a vehicle, it's a status symbol. I had a genuine, honest-to-goodness rich uncle, and he did kind of the same thing. He bought a brand new Cadillac every year and traded in the old one. He claimed there was some kind of financial benefit to it, but we all knew it was pure, hey, look at me stuff. We bought a brand new car one time. The dealership pulled a couple of fast ones on us to get it financed, and we had to borrow money to cover a bunch of extra fees when we went to get the license. Then we found out the payments were going to be twice what we had asked for. To top it all off, the instant we drove the blasted thing off the lot, its market value dropped by more than a third. In the end, it was repoed, and the ordeal helped lead to our first bankruptcy. That opened my eyes about a lot of things, and today I buy $1,000 junkers and drive them into the ground. It's a powered box, not a big toot. If it gets me to point B, good enough. But Mr. Look-A-Me is going to find a little surprise when he gets to his car. Where Jessie landed in the middle of who knows where, she landed in a fancy car in the heart of Los Angeles. She was able to do that because their planet just released a new upgraded GPS.
Hey, what's going on here? What the hell is this?
That, sir, is a naked woman. It's possible you've never seen one before.
Come on, what?
And I don't think she likes your attitude. Twice now they've come to Earth already knowing how to drive, but knowing nothing about laws relating thereto.
Daniel Spencer.
Just like Jessie, she adopts the first name she comes across. When she introduces herself as Daniel, everyone assumes she means Danielle, though nobody asks why she has so much difficulty pronouncing her own name. Today, Jessie is working in a restaurant.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for beauty. Would you be mine? Would you be mine?
At least he's supposed to be working.
I don't want to hear it, Connie.
Dad, would you just listen to me for 1 minute?
No, I don't listen to nouvelle cuisine, nouvelle decor, nouvelle napkins, nouvelle daughter.
I'm a big fan of Gordon Ramsay's shows, especially the ones where he tries to help struggling restaurants. The biggest issue is always the food. If you want to serve people something as essential to life as food, you had better listen to them. What you like or what you want doesn't amount to a row of pins, because people will gravitate to a place that serves what they like and they want, regardless of the owner's personal tastes.
Jesse, what are you doing there?
Mr. Rogers is talking about how the post office works.
Well, Mr. Russo is talking about you getting your job done. Do you mind?
No. Mr. Rogers will be back tomorrow.
Dad, you gotta face it. Corliss says we're in some trouble here.
Corliss. What does a banker know about restaurants?
He knows how much money it takes to run one, and he knows you don't have that much money. I'd call that important.
40 years I've been here.
Right, Pop. And the only thing that hasn't changed in this area is you. I mean, look around. The old-timers are gone. You've got young professionals making good money. They want what's new. It's a whole different market today.
Connie knows how to study the market and determine what the public wants. Frank seems to think there's still a 50s malt shop down the street.
I can help you turn this place around, Pop. Why won't you let me? Hmm?
Sweetheart, don't make me a millionaire. Make me a grandfather.
Having babies and keeping house. That's all women are good for, right, Pop?
Frank is also a bit of a sexist. Dude, I have 3 daughters, and if I ever become a grandfather, I may faint. My girls are not that type. They just aren't. And I'm okay with that. These are their lives, not mine. The choices they have to make for themselves, not for me. At least until it's time to pick my nursing home.
Women, go figure them.
Tell me, Frank, why can't women do the same work as men?
Come on, Jesse. There are just some things men do better. And business is one of them.
Not according to your daily ledger, Frank.
I've watched Connie. She seems very skilled at business.
Hey, Jesse, let me give you a little piece of advice. Don't stick your nose in family business.
Ooh, I think Jesse hit a tender spot. When they pull out the family business card, you know they don't have an answer for what you said. Hey, Frank, in colloquial 1989 terms, we call that a cop-out.
Keep that up. Pretty soon you're gonna need glasses.
Where have you been?
Late gig last night. Man, we were hot.
Oh, yeah? Well, so's the old man. Were you gonna help out with lunch today?
Yeah, I meant to talk to you about that.
Oh, Mike.
We're taking our demo tape over to A&M today. It's really important, Con.
Hello, Johnny B. We haven't seen you since Misfits of Science. I talked about Mark Thomas Miller there. 2 years after this, he would suffer an accident that left his face badly disfigured and that more or less put his acting career on life support at best. He sticks his toe in the water every so often, but his primary job became building contracting, and he seems to be very good at it. 3 of the houses he built have been featured on MTV and other places. Much like Courtney Cox, Misfits of Science got him noticed even though the show fizzled. Today he doesn't have the super speed or the electric stuff, but in one way he's channeling Johnny B.
I can't believe this. Dad would give you this place in a second. You could care less. Me, I want this place more than anything. He doesn't even want to hear about it.
You know, there's a hit song in there somewhere.
Get out of town.
Thanks.
Yes, he's an aspiring musician just like Johnny B was. Is that typecasting? At least we don't have the stereotype conflict between the brother and sister. They genuinely like each other. That's nice to see. The restaurant gets a lot of their supplies from the Coretti family. Frank and Old Man Coretti have been doing business for decades, and Frank trusts them.
Hey, Connie, how you doing, babe?
Hi, boys.
Con.
Vic, we've got a little problem here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, I checked the stuff you've unloaded. It doesn't seem to match the manifest.
Well, maybe you better check your paperwork again, huh?
Well, I did. We're short several items we've been charged for here.
Hey, Connie, you accusing us of something? What?
No, boys, I'm just showing you what's right here in black and white.
He shouldn't, but he trusts them. Connie wants to know how long these guys have been shorting their orders. They're stalling her and pleading family loyalty.
So what are you going to do about it?
Well, you're not giving me any answers. Maybe your father will. Excuse me.
I wouldn't do that, Connie, okay?
Hey.
Huh? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Don't spoil it. Well, what are you going to do about it? Connie, go inside.
Tell your dad what they were just doing to you and why Jesse had to come to your rescue. They seem to think the two of them will teach this guy a lesson. Jesse learned his lesson. The Coretti boys are wimps.
Two males attack a female. The behavior between men and women here is very confusing to me.
What he just witnessed had nothing to do with interaction between the sexes. As always, the question he should be asking is why they attacked her.
Yes, one of the principal weaknesses of this planet is that it only has two genders.
There are more than that, but in 1989, nobody wanted to talk about it. I await your comments. Just remember the rules. No profanity, no politics. Be very cautious about religion. Okay, go for it.
Well, which one is dominant?
An interesting question. I will research it further, but there is a popular saying here that might apply. A man's work is from sun to sun. A woman's work is never on Sunday.
Well, I'm getting close.
Waiter, would it be possible to change our table?
Certainly.
It could have been worse. He could have turned it upside down and said, "How's that?"
What's he doing? This guy's gonna ruin what little business I got left. Where's Mike today, anyway? Listen, Carlo, I gotta get back to you.
Cass, I've got to talk to you about the Coretti.
No, you don't. Carlo Coretti just talked to me about you. Unforgivable, Connie. Trying to make yourself look good at the cost of a 30-year friendship?
No, they're cheating us.
I don't want to hear about it.
And that's why your business is failing, Frank. You don't listen. She can show it to him, but he won't buy it.
I trust Carlo. He trusts me. We don't check on each other. We're men of our word.
Well, we know one of you is. If Carlo really is a man of his word, the next question needs to be, does he know what his boys are doing to his reputation? Meanwhile, our naked lady has found some clothes and apparently abandoned the car. Supposedly, we don't know what she's doing here, but we all saw the previews. She's an assassin sent here to kill Jesse. The ruling powers sent him here to learn to live in a nonviolent society, which is crazy funny in itself. But now they don't want to give him a chance to achieve it. This is a good, exciting episode, but its basic premise makes very little sense. Still, she is an American Earthwoman now, so her first instinct is to go shopping.
Hi. Great outfit. I need hip trends.
Anything special?
I need to find a man.
I think our sales lady can empathize. She helps Daniel pick out a bunch of clothing, and the total comes to well over $2,000.
And how will you be paying?
Paying.
Yes, cash, check, or charge.
That upsets me. The poor little girl is just trying to do her job and have a life, and sorry, I don't know why that particular one is getting to me. Maybe it's because she's so young and sincere, or maybe it's how unnecessary that was. In any case, Daniel isn't just clothed now, she is freaking hot.
Tears?
Well, at least if I was peeling an onion, I'd have an excuse, huh?
There is no onion.
It just drives me crazy, Jesse. I know that he loves me, but he won't give me his respect.
Then his love for you is lacking. You cannot have love without respect.
So take your journey to the distant stars. Experience the wonders of supernovas, faraway galaxies, and black holes. Every Friday and Saturday at 8 p.m. at the observatory's Laserium.
Connie.
It's out of this world.
Where is this observatory?
He wants to go see if he can spot home. The observatory is also having a demonstration of various types of electricity.
No! Problem, you nuts! This energy, it is dangerous. No way! The Tesla Aerofoil. Looked scary, but it's full frequency. It couldn't hurt a fly.
Where I come from, in my natural form, it is fatal.
It's all around him, even in the cars he occasionally drives. This is something we haven't heard before, but if he's susceptible to electricity, Los Angeles is one big hazard zone. But talking about being in his natural form is enough for this guy to go look at something else. The place is full of Jacob's ladders, static balls, Tesla coils, anything that makes electricity look scary and cool is here. File that away for later, as you can probably guess.
My arrival has been successful. If the coordinates given me are accurate.
She's aware of her mission, but she can't help feeling pretty.
I will soon be in contact with a subject called Jesse.
Does Jesse's control carry messages like that? If he does, I don't want to know how scrambled they are by the time they get there. We often get the impression that his recording circuits are a little crossed.
Male and female, also known as men and women, Joes and Janes, guys and dolls, babes and dudes. Very confusing. There are obvious design differences, but there must be more. The males are trained from an early age to exclude females from all important activities. Fascinating.
And sometimes he's right on the money. That kind of behavior has to be learned. It's not innate, however much boys might claim otherwise. Frank learned it and he's never gotten over it, which is why Connie can't rescue the business. He's determined to take the place down the tubes because she's a girl.
Well, I see you're out here doing what you do best, huh? Watching someone else work.
Look, Dad, we gotta talk, all right?
Now, I already know what you're gonna say.
Come on, Dad, just give me a minute.
Frank has his mind made up that Mike should take over the business. You know something I'm intensely thankful for? My dad never did that. He built a real estate business from nothing to enough success that I was the spoiledest brat you ever saw. I had seen most of the country by the time I was 16 because my parents liked to travel and could afford it. Once we even popped down to Tijuana for a few hours just so I could tell my friends I'd been to Mexico. My brother, who is 15 years older than I, wanted the business. From his high school years, all he wanted was to work with Pop in that office and eventually take it over when Pop retired. And he did. He built it into a multi-million-dollar venture, and more power to him. He's retired now, but he had the business acumen to do that. I think this kitty has more business acumen than I do. I'm an artist at heart. I create. I find things to say and communicate them through music. By the time I was about 19, my dad realized that and got behind me. He stood equally behind my brother. It's too bad Frank can't learn to do that. Jesse knows he needs to help this family, but he's not sure how. And he may not get the chance. Soon he's going to have his own problems. Daniel has found him. And I was mistaken, she's still driving the stolen car. And if she's still driving it like she did initially, I find it hard to believe she hasn't been pulled over at least once. Jesse is at the Borderline Club listening to Mike's band. Mike is also a jazz musician and a decent one. Jesse likes the music. Mike starts trying to teach him how to pick up women with smiles and pickup lines. Jesse is following about as much as you'd expect him to. But someone else just came in.
Whoa.
female.
Who is that?
She sits down and starts watching how the people interact because she's as clueless as Jesse is. Meanwhile, Mike is standing funny and Jesse is just sort of there.
Can't believe he's looking right at you. She's looking right at you. Go for it, go for it, go for it.
Jesse knows that means go talk to the lady, but he's still not totally sure what Mike is talking about.
You'll be fine, you'll be fine.
Mike told him everything hinges on the smile. Have a good smile and flash it at her. If she smiles back, you go talk to her, maybe offer to buy her a drink. Jesse will follow instructions.
May I buy you a drink?
I don't know. What are you having?
That.
I love that.
But 2 of those.
Okay, babe. 2 volcanoes.
I found at least 5 drinks by that name, and no 2 of them were even similar to each other. So there's no telling what these 2 have gotten themselves into. Too bad we won't find out. They're having a great time talking past each other.
Would you like to do that?
It is what they do here.
He means here in this club. She means here on this planet. As I said, having a ball talking past each other. This is delightful, even when we have a good idea that something not so delightful is coming. Jesse dances worse than I do, and that's saying something. Daniel is getting into it. Jesse told Mike he's never heard music like this before. Makes me wonder what music is like on their planet. It sounds boring.
I will return here tomorrow night. Meet me.
What happened? She dump you?
No, she'll be back tomorrow night. She wants to meet me here.
Yeah. You don't seem too thrilled about it.
I feel strange with her.
Love?
Danger.
Mike thinks that's a good thing. It means Jesse just might engage in something he still doesn't understand. Daniel is driving away. She seems upset. Told you, though I don't see this going well for the officer.
Lady, you ran that stop sign back there. Of course, the reason you probably didn't stop is the fact you were doing about 90 miles an hour. Look, miss, I think I better take a look at your driver's license, please. And I'll need to see your registration, too. That's it up there in your visor.
Being right all the time is a thankless job, but somebody has to do it.
Hey! Hold it right there.
This guy can't take a hint. Stay down. All the noise is drawing a crowd.
Something terrible has happened. I will get help.
I assume a few people got her license plate number, but nothing will come of it. Jesse is discussing his evening with Connie while he works in the kitchen.
I think you have something to say. Carl.
Mr. Coretti,
Hello, Connie.
I think we have a bit of a problem here.
That's all you have to say? You question the honor of my family? My two sons were badly beaten by that hoodlum. They're not going to forget that.
No, that's not what happened, sir. He was just defending me.
Connie, haven't your lies caused enough trouble here?
And why would she lie? What does she gain from it? But she's just a girl. Nobody listens to them. Frank demands that she apologize.
I'm sorry.
Thank you very much.
I'm sorry you have sons like that.
Guess what, gentlemen? This girl will be heard if she has to have Jesse hog tie and gag you to get you to listen.
You are making a big mistake, Frank. Connie is telling you the truth. You should listen to her.
You're just covering your own behind. Now, Connie's my daughter. I can't do anything about her. But you, I can. You're fired. I want you out of here today.
Loyalty is a funny thing. It can turn you into a great person, or it can turn you into Frank. In my personal world, loyalty has to be earned, and it's not easy. And it only happens on a one-to-one level. When I was in my teens and early 20s, I watched so many people who stood by the company they worked for through everything, and in the end, every company screwed every one of them out of everything they could, including pensions, insurance, the whole mess. When I put it all together, I realized something. A job is a tool. It's something you use to accomplish something. If the tool doesn't fit the task, get a different one. I lost count of the jobs I've had ages ago and in how many fields. I've done everything from teaching master's level classes to working the counter at 7-Eleven. Whichever tool achieved my goals was the one I used at the time. I had a great job at a bookstore, and when a teaching job came up, I quit the bookstore with no regrets. Both were tools, and my goals changed. I've also been loyal to friends, some of whom have later stabbed me in the back. What I'm telling you is, give your loyalty sparingly and tenuously. Be there for them, be their friend, but loyalty has to be earned over time. And if questions come up, be prepared to revisit it. That's the part Frank can't deal with.
Tonight, I have arranged contact with the subject. I will isolate, obtain the information, then terminate him.
That's what she's supposed to use. Good thing it's nice and inconspicuous.
Yes, I would like to leave. Can we be alone? Did I say something wrong?
No. I'm just trying to understand my feelings when you are near.
Isn't that what's supposed to happen between men and women?
Search your feelings, Jesse. You know the answer.
We are leaving. Daniel wants to be alone.
Uh-huh. So where you going?
I don't know.
Come on, Jess, you gotta do this thing right. Look, we're playing all night. Your place is empty. There's lots of food and drink. Everything you need is there.
I guess it's a good thing she doesn't have a destination in mind either.
Everything we need is here. What do we need?
This one.
I hope, for the sake of Martin Cove and Sandal Bergman, that was really water when they drank it. Sandal Bergman, no relation to Ingmar Bergman, got started doing comedy sketches on the Dean Martin Show in the 70s. From there, she moved into character acting with great success. She was in Conan the Barbarian, where she did her own stunts and almost lost a finger when a fiberglass sword got a little too close. She was offered the lead in Red Sonja, but she wanted to play the villain, Queen Gedron, and the casting director said, okay. I haven't seen that movie, but if she was half as scary there as she is here, I can see why.
Are you sure he's in there? Hey, look, I followed him all the way from the club, okay? All right. Then let's get this show on the road, huh? Let's do it. Let's go.
The rough, tough Caretti boys need a 4-to-1 handicap to get back at Jesse. As Batman used to say, the odds are just about even. Inside, we're watching an old movie on TV.
You're even more beautiful at night.
Didn't I tell you a girl likes more than that?
Guess I forgot.
Mission control, prepare for docking maneuver, adjusting trajectory, checking instruments, moving in, docking achieved. Repeat, docking achieved. You have to enjoy the way these two are playing off each other. You really believe we're watching two aliens who don't know how to do a human kiss. It's just a good thing control is right. Television is educational. Hey, Mikey, I think they like it. Mission postponed due to interruption. Lucky for her, Jesse didn't see that.
Yes. No, Mike is not here. What happened to Connie? I'm coming.
The call is a ruse to get him out of the house. We don't know what was said, but they said Connie is in trouble. Jesse has to go rescue her.
Hello, Mr. Jesse. We didn't forget you. And you ain't gonna forget us either.
After he takes care of these gentlemen.
Go back inside.
They are not too bright. You don't bring that many guys and then go at him one by one. You gang attack him. These guys need to go for a swim. Jesse didn't see that, and apparently the sound didn't register. I wish they hadn't run away. I kind of wanted to see what he was going to do with that.
Jesse, I really appreciate you bringing them here to me, instead of to the police.
From what I have seen, it is the family who deals best with the problems of its own children. But not always.
And Connie, I owe you an apology. I'm sorry.
He really didn't know what they were doing. Maybe he should sell the business and live off what he gets for it.
And Frank, I owe you something, too. I found out they've been cheating you for a long time. Here, this ought to cover it.
Oh, no, look, Carlo, I can't take this.
Well, Pop, business is business, right?
She's right.
Sentiment doesn't keep the lights on, Frank.
Here, Pop.
Nah, you hold on to it. You're gonna need it for some of those changes. New decorations, maybe a new menu.
We'll talk about it first thing in the morning.
No, no need. You can handle it.
Look who woke up and realized it's not 1960 anymore. I mean, by 1968, my high school was letting girls wear pants. It's 1989 where he is. I'll bet they've ratified the Equal Rights Amendment. They what?
And Jesse... look, Jesse, I'm sorry about what happened. I'd like to make it up to you, huh? I'll think of something.
You'll have your job back.
This is what Frank comes up with. Jesse saved the business and exposed massive fraud, and He gets to take the garbage out. Jesse is still having trouble figuring out the male-female thing.
I've had intense communication with a woman.
Intense communication, relationship, illogical emotions, romance, negative outcome. Not good.
Jesse!
Control doesn't know how right he is. Mike wants to know how it went. Jesse says, very well.
She must be a pretty bizarre chick. I mean, who on earth drinks vinegar? Marron.
You are more dangerous to me than humans. I must recommend that you immediately terminate your relationship with this woman.
I agree with you.
Jesse has figured it out. Control hasn't. It explains the weird way he feels when he's around her. As Mike said, nobody on Earth drinks straight vinegar. Tonight they're meeting at the observatory. And I think we just figured out why. He wants to show her the star maps and ask her which one she came from. He's also carrying a good-sized mirror. We get some eye candy with Sandal Bergman getting dressed and ready. Her most important accessory is that dagger.
I know why you brought me here tonight.
You do?
Yes. It's perfect. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's perfect for what she has in mind. Quiet, isolated, just the two of them.
I now know why I feel so strange in your presence.
You do? Why?
It's what happens when a man and a woman become close to one another.
I feel the same, Jesse.
Even supposing that's true, it won't stop her from killing him.
Other men and women engage in the battle of the sexes. This must not happen to us.
It won't.
Deal?
Deal?
And that's the final clue. He knows what she is, and there's only one reason why she would be here. She knows she made a mistake. Better distract him and do this quick.
I do not know who you are, but I know what you are. You are here to terminate me.
I came only for information.
And you needed this?
She did tell her handlers she'd get the information and then terminate him. Even on his planet, there are those who don't understand the importance of doing those things in the right order.
They want to know where your followers hide in exile. Tell me, and my group will become powerful to bring you home.
Your group is just like all the other factions.
We're getting a little insight into Jesse's world, not to mention Jesse himself. By the end of this, we'll know he has followers who are opposed to the current government, and there are lots of other factions in the same boat. Who knows what else we might have learned if the show had survived?
You tell them I have nothing to say.
Now she looks like his perfect girl. And we won't say too much about how she shoots like an Imperial stormtrooper. He leads her, more precisely, he lures her through the planetarium and the electrical exhibit. There, he grabs the static ball and takes it outside. Oh yeah? How do you know it doesn't work that way? Have you tried it? And she still didn't get the information. This is not her day.
On Andarius, I would have killed you. Here, I've discovered the value of life. Tell them I will never betray my followers. Tell them I am alive and well.
Did she self-destruct, or is that how she went home to deliver his message? That was vague. The episode was titled Battle of the Sexes, but I didn't see it. Jesse helped some people and fought off an assassin. Sure, there was some battle, but it was primarily between a father and daughter. That's not what Battle of the Sexes means. And Jesse and Daniel didn't really even engage in it because neither of them could figure out what they were doing. They got a few things from the TV, but 80s television can only take you so far. Can you picture those two trying to go further? I can see Jesse ending up with a sock in his mouth and his toe up her nose. I'm not interested in porn, but I might pay to see that. Yes, he's an... Why they thing to do with... Oh, for crying out loud. And I'm here to... Good grief. Say words, David. At the time I was about my... As I said. Mike thinks that... And I screwed up so close to the end.